Hey guys, welcome back to week 6 of my training to my first powerlifting competition series. Today I haven't got my girlfriend and videographer Anete with me, so I've replaced her with a variety of tripods. We're going to try and get similar angles that we usually would. Obviously there's going to be less of any motion that there was because unfortunately I can't bench press with one arm and video with the other. Not quite at that stage of strength yet. Today is still continuing with the 3-second eccentric phase of work, and it is a arms focused session with deadlifts to finish. So we're working biceps and triceps in supersets and then finishing with deadlifts, and as always finishing with some abs as well. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing. It helps out quite a lot and gives me quite a large amount of motivation, to be honest. But without further ado, let's begin. I am starting with a superset of standing barbell bicep curls and close grip bench press. So let's get into it. Right, okay, that's done. As always, those are really hard. I always find the bicep curls are tough, not only on the biceps but on the grip as well, holding quite a thick bar. So if you haven't tried these and say you just do dumbbell curls at home or whatever, if you've got a barbell, try it with a barbell. To me it feels quite different. It still really works the biceps but also really works the grip as well. Close grip bench press, honestly I find quite okay. I constantly, at the minute I'm at that point where I'm just constantly upping my weight until I find that point that gets too hard. Haven't found that quite yet, so next week I'll up the weight again. As I was doing those exercises in between them to find the different angles, I've gone now through 3 different tripods, which shows how much I use Anete when she's here. The first one, I think one of the latches didn't work properly, or I couldn't figure it out. I mean, either way. Second one didn't have any tilt function, and then this one has everything I need. But yeah, third tripod in. Next week I'll just plan my week around Anete, I think, because she's really useful. Yeah, it's definitely a good plan. Okay, so next up we've got another superset. It's banded bicep curls and banded tricep pushdowns, presses, whatever you want to call them. I alternate between a double tricep pushdown and a single arm one. This week is the single arm one. It's going to be interesting though because usually I put my band work over there behind the camera, but that's where all the building work's going on. So I'm going to have to figure something out. Might take a bit of a longer rest between exercises to figure out where I'm going to do the tricep stuff. But yeah, I will see you when I've figured it out. Okay, so sod's law, I've already spent ages messing about with tripods and now trying to figure out the tension of the band because of the building work. It's now decided to rain as well. Thank you, Great Britain, because it was sunny about 5 minutes ago and I was about to change into a t-shirt, and now I've put my marquee up. Had to rush to do that. Obviously really taxing the muscles, so if the band work is super light, then that's the reason. This also means it's a very limited space for me to film in. Without Anete, this is going to be even more difficult because it's her camera, her tripod. I don't want to just throw out in the rain. She might leave me. Can't be having that, because then I've got no videographer and no tripods, so I'd be in an even worse position than I already am now. So I'm going to do the best as I can with the very limited space I've got. I might even take it to a very small tripod just to utilise the space a bit better. That might be the best course of action. But as I said, I'm going to do another superset, and this is banded bicep curls, which I'll show you a little trick on, and banded tricep presses or pushdowns, which I've sort of set up over here, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll see how well it works. But yeah, okay, let me show you the little trick that I learned from Georgina Creed, GFit on Instagram. I'll link her below. She's a good friend, really nice person. This trick, right, let me move you so you can see better. Right, so the little bicep curl trick, which I'm sure you could probably use on other exercises as well. Usually, you know, you'll have your band, you'll put it on your feet, under your feet, and then, you know, you'll grip the band like this, and you'll do a curl. Fine, works, does the job. Might be a little bit uncomfortable, and you might get your angle a little bit off. So pick yourself one of these up. It's a massage roller type thing, like a muscle foam roller thing. I mean, I'll link the one, I got this one down below because I can't remember the name of it. You know, you can roll it on certain muscles, that sort of thing. Anyway, I digress. What you can do is put the band over it, loop it through, like so, pull it down, and then you can line it up to wherever you want. Again, put the band under your feet, and now, once you've lined it up correctly and it's not in the way, you've then got handles for your bicep curl, which might just feel a little bit more natural and a little bit better, and it helped me sort of work the bicep a bit better and feel more comfortable in it. So yeah, pick up one of these things and give it a go. Like I say, you could probably, you know, use it for other things. Tricep pushdown for one, I haven't tried yet. Next time I do double arm, I might try that. You could use it for a whole bunch of things, and this was about £6. So pick it up, give it a go. Let me know if you do in the comments.
Suddenly you're nowhere to be found. I turn around and everything has changed. Looking for a way to work it out. I'm trying to find some peace to navigate. The oak tree where I met you, and the writing on the statue. I still remember every word you said. I'm not a soldier, but I'm fighting. Can you hear me through the silence? I won't give up, 'cause there will be a day we'll meet again. Everything we wanted turned to gold. The path we chose, the future on our side. Never thought I'd do this on my own, but now I wield the sword you left behind.
Right, well, this is now my fourth tripod because I'm using a mini one, and I've precariously wrapped it around the barbell. So I'm going to be ready to catch it if it falls, but hopefully it lasts a couple of minutes while I just talk to you. As you could tell, that was hard. And biceps are actually okay. Triceps, oh my god, that was tough. The second set, oh. So I've got the blue band, which is harder resistance, more resistance, heavier resistance, whichever the correct term is. And instead of taking a break and then trying to finish the set of 20, I've put a lighter resistance, less resistance, fewer resistances, whatever you will, a grey band next to it as well, and I just drop set into that to finish the 20. I feel that gives me the best sort of pump, I guess, on my tricep. And oh my god, it just feels ridiculous, because that grey one has, like, I mainly use it for stretching, right? So that's how small resistance it has. I still can't get the right term. So when you're doing that, it looks like, you know, you've got no triceps, but to finish you off, absolute killer. Right, okay, so after that, we've now got 4 sets of deadlifts. Between 8 and 10 reps. Last week, I managed 8. I was feeling extra tired last week, and I was trying to do the eccentric quite well, but it's kind of, I couldn't quite get it. It didn't feel quite right, so I'm going to work on that today, hopefully get 4 sets of 10. That's the aim, keeping the same weight until I hit that 4 sets of 10, and focus on form a bit and get my eccentric good, better, yeah, sure, better. And now, after I struggled to put up the roof, the marquee, to stop from the rain, it stopped raining about 2 minutes after I did the last video where I said it rained. Oh well, I'm going to leave it up, and I'm just going to deal with what I've got, because knowing the UK, it will start raining imminently as soon as I take it down. So I'll leave it up, I'll set up for deadlifts, and we'll get those 4 sets done.
Never thought I'd do this on my own, but now I wield the sword you left behind. The oak tree where I met you, and the writing on the statue. I still remember every word you said. I'm not a soldier, but I'm fighting. Can you hear me through the silence? I won't give up, 'cause there will be a day we'll meet again. We'll meet again. Dark for the sunrise, clouds for a blue sky, space for the traveling star. Strong from the inside.
Right, so as you saw in that last set, my grip was the limiting factor, as it always is. Just trying to hold that deadlift and hold that weight for such a long time under tension, pretty difficult. If you're not already doing eccentric work, tempo work rather, I would wholly recommend it. It's killer, absolute killer. You'll find probably weaknesses that you didn't know you had, and it'll help correct those and improve those. Obviously, I've said many times before, mine is definitely my grip. On one of the reps, I tried to do a mixed grip to see if that was any good, because that's what I usually do on sort of max load attempts. But because I haven't worked on my max load and my max, like 1 rep max and, you know, heavy stuff for a while, I wasn't used to it, and it didn't feel right. It really didn't. So I kept to the double overhand, and that seemed to get me through just about. Just about got 10 in the end, grip being the limiting factor. So next week we'll keep the weight the same and try and focus on the grip to get through it. So to finish now, we have the hanging leg raises. As I said last week, what's being built is currently using the hanging area that I usually use. So we're doing it on the bench. And last week I held the bar above me and did it. My coach recommended that I keep the bar in the rack and just hold on to it there, and then try and get my feet not just 90 degrees, but then push them up into the air a little bit as well. You'll see exactly what I mean when I start them. It's an absolute killer of an ab exercise. Really feel it working about halfway through, and then afterwards it just hurts generally, but like, you know, a good sort of, yeah, I freaking worked for that hurt, not like, holy shit, I've damaged myself. So again, just give it a go if you fancy it. And yeah, let's just jump straight into this final exercise.
Emptied out my soul. You've heard it all before. Honest, but I know. Left these years ago. I was young and almost still could fill the void. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love?
And we're done. So, just as I finished my workout, Anete came back and I told her about my fiasco with all the tripods, and she enlightened me that they were indeed stands and not tripods. So, less functionality in those than was required. But you learn something new every day, right? These ab things still hurt, but they're getting better, I feel. You know, I can do 3 sets 15 now quite comfortably. But yeah, that's slowly progressing, which is good. You know, it might not be progression in my squat or anything like that, but it's still progression, and that's what we love. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to stick around for more stuff, or like the video if it was good, or, I mean, if it wasn't good you can dislike it, but Anete will message you and tell you how rude you are, so consider that before disliking the video. If my form was great or terrible or somewhere between, feel free to comment that down below, and please let me know if you give any of these exercises a go, or you already train with tempo, or any hints and tips you've got for me generally. But for now, I will leave you with that, and I will go and start editing this after 3 hours of messing about, not even training, just moving the friggin' gazebo and the tripods and the stands. So that's my fun bit now. But you go enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, bye! Hey guys, welcome back to... I'm gonna have a break here because I have no idea what I'm gonna fucking say.